What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got for you my next budget build. So let's jump into the parts and see what we got here. Alrighty, so let's quickly just go over the parts. One part you might notice is the DIYPC A1W case that I did a review on. So here are the parts that I'm going to be putting into it. Alright, so first few items we'll cover here is the motherboard. So right here I have it's a P77 or Z77, I'm sorry, Asus board. I picked up here locally. That I also picked up locally is the processor. So we got a i7-3770S. I got that as a combo deal from one seller and be cooling it with just the stock Intel cooler. Additionally, I got some RAM that I've had. So I got two 4 gig sticks of 1600 megahertz DDR3 RAM. Nothing super fancy to look at, but the color of the sticks actually kind of somewhat goes with the build, so that turned out pretty well to match up with that. Over here, video card. Again, another part I picked up here locally. This is the Asus Strix GTX 970 4 gig. Direct U2. It's a pretty nice card. I actually had one of these in my previous builds. Next, over here for storage, we have the for boot, we got a 128 gig SSD here, Micron SSD, and that'll be for the boot drive. I picked up locally. These two actually I picked up as a combo deal. I got from a local seller. So for storage, just mass storage, we have a Western Digital Blue 1 terabyte. For power, we have the ThermalTake 430W 80 plus certified power supply. First time I'm actually using this power supply. I usually usually my go-tos are EVGAs, but those have been kind of marked up in price lately, so giving this one a shot. Seems to be pretty decent, and it's got an 80 plus certification, so I think it should be more than enough for what I'm going to throw at it here. And obviously, as mentioned, the new case. So overall, those are the parts. I'm going to be putting this together, and we'll see what we can make out of this this setup.
Skin, you can see it beat, intoxicating your energy. First time in so long you felt the heat, evaporating your bindings. Move like the sunlight, darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like the sunlight, darkness can't hold you.
Alrighty, ran the first little snag, but it's not a big deal. So because this case is a bit on the small side, there isn't a lot of room to run the EPS power up. However, there is a gap, actually, you can see here. But because of that, my motherboard's in the way, so what I'm going to have to do is take my EPS power cable and I'm going to tuck it up so that it comes around, reaches the EPS power on the other side. Otherwise, I don't think we're gonna make it. Considering my only real gap I have left, since the motherboard hangs over these, is here, and then to come back over on the edge of the motherboard, that ain't gonna work. So gonna take the motherboard out real quick so I can run the EPS power up to the socket for that. Not a big deal, just something you run into sometimes, and I'll just run it behind the motherboard and should be fine. Alrighty, worked out perfectly. Just have to sometimes work with when you install the motherboard, but got the EPS power in, and I've got the fan cable tucked behind the motherboard, so it'd make for a good, nice, clean install. So we'll continue on with the build. I think we got over probably the major hurdles, at least I hope so.
It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Clear sky. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down.
Alrighty guys, so this pretty much covers this video. I'd have to say I'm pretty darn happy. Pretty decent little performer. If you're just looking for something that does the basic 1080p gaming with the popular titles, Fortnite, Apex, whatever, this one does it absolutely no problem. As you saw in the benchmarks, pretty darn good at that. So I'm pretty happy with this, and I can't wait to get it into some gamers' hands that'll definitely really appreciate it. So anyway, also I want to make a quick mention of the next up and coming video I'm going to have for you. It's going to be a little bit different, and that's got me pretty excited. We're going to be more vlogging the experience of the hustle. So we're going to be tracking down parts, we're going to be testing, building, doing a little more involved, and see how I actually get my hands on these parts, and then put a build together and deliver that to you. So anyway, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely helps me out, helps the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video coming at you real soon.